Here we go, folks. That sounds like she's ready. Anyway, good morning, people. Good morning. We're just having a nice little bit of breakfast this morning. The sun is shining for us today, so we're up bright and early. We're going to get the boat in a minute, well, in about an hour and a half, from Lymington over to the Isle of Wight, where we're going to spend the day adventuring. We're going to take the car there. I think there's a car park there, so hopefully we'll get a little space while we're there. The other option is for me to walk, which is about an hour. There was no taxis available. It's only a very small place, so I guess they're quite busy in the mornings. Anyways, we're going to get this breakfast down us. We're going to get a quick shower, and then we're going to head off. It's a bit early in the morning, folks. My speech is still a bit slurred. Only just woken up. Anyways, without further ado, let's get this down us. Let's get this packed away and head on to the Isle of Wight. Okay, so we've arrived at the port. You see the boat over there. So we've just found the car park. Very simple, very easy, nothing to stress about. Anyway, look at this day, man, glorious. There's a train here, so clearly the train runs straight to the port, and you can see the Isle of Wight in the distance. Anyway, folks, I see a little cafe here. I think I'm going to grab a cup of tea. So this is the little waiting area. Very pleasant, folks, very pleasant. Very calm, very peaceful. Have a look. Very good for seeing water birds. It's a big long list. Gulls, terns, wading birds. She's got all the mud flats here, look. And here she comes. Here's our boat. Morning, mate.
Hi there. Excellent.
Perfect, thank you. We've got the mud flats to the left. We've got some nice yachts and boats to the right. Two different worlds. Morning, mate.
Alright.
This is the sun deck, apparently. So, yeah, very nice. Some nice seats here with tables if you want to have a little coffee, and exactly what I need. But then, well, here we go. Beautiful. So yes, folks, this is the sun deck. Let's go and have a look at the other side. So this is where everyone's going, because this is the way we're going to be pointing. We're going to be driving this way, heading this way, should I say. Anyways, yeah, man. Beautiful. Looking forward to this nice little boat trip, to be honest with you. So this big old boat is heading through that little old gap. There I can just see the Needles, which is going to be the first port of call when we get there. I'm still not sure how we're getting there, to be honest with you. I haven't planned this out very well, so I know it's a good hour walk to get there, but I'm hoping I can get a bus or something. That'll be helpful, but let's see, eh? Or maybe I can hire a bike. Now that would not be something. Anyway, we're just going through this little gap here into the ocean. So if you can hear me, just in the distance there you can see Hurst Castle and Hurst Lighthouse, where we were yesterday. There's the Isle of Man.
For passengers, you'll be disembarking using the side door here in Yarmouth.
Anyways, we're heading off now. We just got here. So just trying to find the exit for foot passengers. So here we are, folks. Welcome to the Isle of Wight. I'm noticing loads of people with bicycles, so do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to look for a bike hire shop to see if I can hire a bike. I think that's going to be my best option to get around certain parts of the island here. So let's go and see what we can find, eh? Which way? Right, we're going to head down this way. It looks like there's some action down here. I'm going to ask someone if there's a bike hire shop here somewhere. Look at that. The Bugle Coaching Inn. It's a stunning looking pub, isn't it? Well, an inn. Beautiful. We've kind of come to a square. There's the church or the cathedral up in front. So
Hello, White Local Hire.
Oh, hiya mate. I've just landed on the island and I'm just wondering if you've got a bike that I could hire for the day.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, and you're in Yarmouth at the moment.
Yeah, I'm literally just walking to you now. I'll be about 5 minutes.
Okay. I'll get you a bike, and yeah, that'll be fine.
Brilliant, mate. I'll see you shortly.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go. Found ourselves a bike. 5 minutes away from the shop. Perfecto. So the bike shop is actually on the train platform. There we go. Cycle shop on the train platform. It's a first for everything, folks. And this is very pleasant. Nice little cafe here.
Oh, this is normal then.
Here we go. Here's the beast that we've got for the day.
Sorry.
I'm just talking to my camera.
Oh, right.
Say hello. Ah, he's camera shy, look. This is Tim. Well, he got Tim on his back anyway. Is it Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Tim. Anyway, this is Right Cycle Hire. He's quite a character. Anyway, this is the bike. Here we go. I've just been told that the train line no longer exists here actually. Since 1958, a lot of the train line has been dismantled and unused. But they've just spent a load of money on the train line that they do have here, which is on the east coast and the south coast. Anyways, we're going to get on this and we're going to head along the coast. All right, let's go and do this. One thing I haven't got on this is my little basket, like I would have in Mexico, to carry all my water and stuff. And this was 7 times the price of what I'd pay in Mexico and all. I don't know, UK needs to step up its game, I tell ya. The coastal path. I'm not quite sure who would want to bathe here, but apparently it's a danger. We've just stopped off here. It's a beautiful view over at the castle and the lighthouse, Hurst Castle and Hurst Lighthouse, and a lovely little sailing boat sailing past. Glorious day today, folks, glorious. So the path's taken us through like a kind of like a little holiday park. These little chalets. Check this out. There's one having a little sail here. Anyway, very pleasant. That's what we've just cycled through. Lindstone Chine Holiday Village. Sorry, my little cover was in the way there. So this is why that path's closed. You can see the huge erosion underneath here. But there's Colwell Bay, that's going to be our first stop. Got someone in the sky up there, you see him? There he goes. Check him out. Flying about, hanging about. Here we go, Colwell Bay. Let's get beyond these huts, see what's going on beyond yonder. So said hut is a little paddleboard hire shop. There we go, man. Sup dog, that's what it's called. Sup dog. And here we go. It wouldn't be a seaside resort without a little bit of this in the UK. Lots of tat sail. Anyway, I'm going to try this place. I'm going to see what the food's like in here. The captain's cabin. here we go. Just found myself a little place to put my bike. As simple as that. Anyways, the beauty of having a bike, you don't have to find a parking space, you see. You can see what the captain has got to offer. Well, we've got quite a lot on offer, to be fair. A bad little view, I'll say. So it's not very often I go for a full English breakfast anymore, considering I don't eat a lot of meat, but today I am starving and it just sounded good at the time. Anyway, provecho. Now I don't want to speak too soon, I don't want to tempt fate, but there's no seagulls here. I've seen a couple of pigeons, there's no seagulls scavenging for food. Haven't heard one seagull since being here, so I'll have to check that out. I don't know if they're allergic to this island or what, I'm not sure. But goodbye, Colwell Bay. So here's the hut behind me. I'm told it's a very fancy place to eat. Fancy prices too, apparently. Look at these places. People enjoying their little beach huts. Very British, eh, folks? Very British. Well, there we go, Totland Pier. Looks like it's having loads of remedial work done to it. Look at this here, an old beach hut that needs a little TLC. That's such a shame. These beautiful old style ones here. Amazing one. These ones look like they've been updated a little, especially that one on the end. Very fancy. But look at this poor little bugger. He just wants a bit of loving, him. I'd give him a bit of loving. Anyway, he's still got a nice view, hasn't he? He's still blessed. Okay, so right in front of us there, flying off, that was a woodpecker, I think. Very bright yellow and red. Anyway, views are opening up now to the right. Once again, you've got the castle and the lighthouse there, just in the distance. This little bit here is reminding me of Jersey, the Channel Islands. So yeah, I used to work in the Channel Islands, Jersey, and I used to cycle and hike the coast there a lot, you know, and this is what it reminds me of. And it's just kind of, it's not far away, to be honest with you. It's just a little bit further south than here. So, but yeah, beautiful, man, absolutely beautiful. I can see some more white cliffs over there beyond yonder. So yeah, man, anyway, let's continue. Well, here we go, folks. The Needles headland and the Needles in the distance just there. Beautiful, eh? So what we're going to do is we're going to get down to there somehow and go along the back up and along the headland there, so we can see the Needles from the top. I'm just going to continue down here because there's an old kind of, some old kind of ruin type thing there. Probably an old battlement thing, but let's go and check that out. I'm just going to cycle along here, but look at this, man. That's the way we've just come from. Again, the castle and the lighthouse, just so you can get perspective of where we are. Well, after just falling in a hedge, cut my legs to shreds. This ain't made for a bike, so I'm having to push it through this way. It just doesn't want to go. There we go. Come on, you little bugger. We can do it. Oh, man, that wasn't very easy. hope I don't have to go back up there. My legs are cut to shreds. All that effort for this, folks. What am I doing to myself, eh? Anyway, let's have a look. I'm itchy as hell after falling in that bush. There's many of these in Jersey, Channel Islands, so I'm guessing it's something to do with the wartime. Might have been some cannons up here or something. There's like a little cable car thing down there. You can get a little cable car down there. We're gonna head down there now, so I'll find out all about that, and then we're gonna head meander to the end. Shit you not, man, my legs are itchy as hell now. The scratches on there. Anyway, let's go. I think I've just seen an easier path down there that we can head down. So I've taken a slight wrong turn. I was meant to go up, but I've come down, and it's down to Alum Bay, basically. I wasn't planning on going down here, but I guess that's the reason for this, so you don't have to bother with all of the steps and things. But it's not too far, and you get a cracking view of the cliff edge there. So shame about the slight monstrosity, I'd say. But look at this, look at that, beautiful, eh? And you've got the crumbling cliffs here. Look at all the erosion going on there. Lots of erosion going down. And you've got a lovely bay down there, check that out. Stony beach, but very pretty. But look at these are just crumbling as we speak, and there's people kind of sat down there, you know. It's a little bit dodgy, I'd say. But there is another beach that we're going to head up, down to, and have a little walk along. There's a very, very interesting point of interest on the beach. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. Hello. And yeah, so without further ado, we're going to head back up here now and continue with the trek. Let's go. What goes down must go up. Well, it's busy here, folks. This is the top of the cable car. There's a little shopping place there and all sorts. Jesus, wet. Let's get out of here. I think the path continues this way. There we go. That's where we've just been. We've just come from along this bit of coastline here. We dropped down onto the beach, well, almost onto the beach. You can just see the cable cars there. But look how brown, kind of golden brown, texture like sun. How those are, those cliffs compared to these white ones. Oops, sorry, nearly fell off my bike there. Compared to the white ones that we're going to see. White, golden brown. Crazy, eh? And that's not just here, that's across various parts of the south coast of England. There's certain parts where there's red rock, and it just dramatically changes into another type of rock, you know. The beauty of the UK, folks, the beauty of the UK. Anyway, let's continue. This is the Needles old and new battery. £8.30 to go in. £8.30. Let's have a little look beyond yonder. Yes folks, £8.30 to go in. But it's not what I've come here for really. I've just come here for the view of the Needles. Yeah, so he said there's a free viewpoint up here beyond yonder. You can see my finger up there. More bloody uphill, folks, more uphill. Look at that chicane. I'll tell you one thing though, I'm looking forward to coming down from here all the way downhill. Woohoo! That's going to be fun. Anyway, let's battle this first. One step at a time, guy. One step at a time, lad. So you can see more remnants of history, basically. And then you got the Needles there, folks. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, this viewpoint's a little bit better, isn't it? Look at that, man. Just a sheer drop down there. There we have it, folks. The Needles of the Isle of Wight. Well, I could spend all day looking at this. I could spend all day looking at this. We've got shit to do, folks. We got shit to do. So we've got a bit of a cycle to the next stop now. It's another bay, it's another beach, and we're going to try and find something there. That's why I've not mentioned it yet, because it's not guaranteed we're going to find them. We need to find them. Let the fun begin, folks. Woohoo! Woohoo! That was fun, folks. That was fun. Okay, so we've just arrived at Freshwater Bay. There's an absolutely stunning building down here. I think it's the old church. Look at this beauty. Let's have a look. The thatched church, look at that, man. It's not very often you see a thatched church. As you do. That must mean the beach is close, folks. I guess. I hope. Well, here we go, Freshwater Bay. Beautiful. Some lovely little rock formations in the distance there. Let me go and have a look at those. There you go. Lovely, eh? Lots of paddleboarding being done, lots of swimming. Let's get going, folks. What's this? Oh my days. What have we come across here? We've got ourselves a double-decker bar bus. Well, so yeah, just speaking to the girl behind the bar, and this kind of travels around the island basically, although it's stationed here most times. But yeah, if you ever need a double-decker bus bar, these are your people. So we've just left that little place there. I've just come off the road for a second to show you guys. So this is exactly what I was talking about before. You see the white rock here, and it instantly fizzles into like a red rock, which is Compton Bay, where we're heading now. It's exactly where we're heading. But look at that, white, red. Crazy, eh? Even on the side of the road here, you see, just pure chalk. All these white bits. Just like that cliff behind there, can you see that? Here we are, Compton Bay, Compton Beach. Very busy. There's my little hookup for my bike. Ideal. Let's hit the beach, folks. Okay, folks, so Compton Bay, here we are. The tide is in. I hope you can hear me. The tide is in. But I'm hoping we're going to find what we have come here to find, and that is fossils, but not just fossils, footcasts. So here, there's supposedly, well there is, 1 to 2 feet footcasts of an old dinosaur called Iguanodon. So they're supposed to be at the base of these cliffs here. That's the whole reason we've come here. It's rather busy. Well, it'd be rude not to get the toes wet, wouldn't it, folks, eh? It seems a little bit strange going to search for footcasts when everyone else is just enjoying the beach. But anyway, we've got some rock formations coming up here, so I'm guessing we're getting close. So yeah, this is one of the best beaches in the UK, if not the world, for fossil finding. There's an area on the south coast here called the Jurassic Coast, hence the name. It's very prehistoric for fossils and dinosaur stuff. But yeah, just after reading up a little bit about this place, this is very, very popular. So you'll find them all. You see there's people digging the sides here. I don't think he's supposed to be doing that, to be honest, but so it continues around, look. So they could be down here, what we're looking for. There we go, folks. I would say that's a 3-fold footcast when the water disappears. You see here, 1, 2, 3. Go away, water. You can see it. 1, 2, 3. Looks exactly like the one I've seen in the photo on Google. There you go. Look at all this erosion though, man. It looks quite fresh, doesn't it? Now I would love to spend all day here, folks. I would love to spend all day here, but we have to get the bike back by 5 PM, unfortunately. So I've got a bit of a rush on my hands after here. So they say the best place to find the fossils is right at the base here, because when the fresh waves come in, obviously they crash against here, cause the bank to erode, and all the fresh fossils fall out of the bank here. So you can see these guys, they've got a little shovel full of stuff here. I don't know what they've got, but they found stuff. So as you can see, the brown cliffs of Compton Bay, and then you've got the white cliffs over there where we've just been. Bye bye Compton Bay. Talking about erosion, so close the car park is, folks. Well folks, I was just about to get an ice cream from that little place, but it's far too busy. So we're going to crack on. We're going to head back to Yarmouth, and then we'll treat ourselves there instead, eh? So it's about 35 minutes from here. This is Broad Lane, very nice, just open plains, views all over the place. You can see some of the cliffs over there, the white cliffs. Got a farmer here bringing his silage in. Rolls and rolls of silage there, probably not going to be picked up by the camera. Well, there we go, folks. That was Yarmouth. We're going to head back here now anyway. I'm just going to take this bike back. So I'm just walking into town now, and my legs are like jelly. My legs are like jelly. So we've got some snacks and we've got a drink. Out with the old, in with the new. You got these little harbour taxis here, look. They'll pick you up off the edge here and they'll take you to any boat you want, providing you own it or know the owner. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Goodbye, Isle of Wight. Well, what a fantastic fantastic little journey to the Isle of Wight. Really enjoyed that, man. Really enjoyed that. And I'll definitely come back because I've just seen like a tiny little piece of it, the western point. So there's the whole rest of the island to venture around. Look at that. What a great way to finish a great trip. Thank you, Isle of Wight. I shall be back. And until next time, folks, take care of yourself and have some fun. Peace.